This is Wichita College, yeah.
So you used to it.
A little bit.
You get this to South Carolina, man, the world's over, right?
You get this to South Carolina, the world is definitely over, for sure.
So Eric, you guys have been close so often. What's the next step to get over the top?
I think just valuing possessions. Not taking plays off defensively either. Specifically in that TCU game, we just gave up way too many points in the paint, way too many easy points. And that's how they won the game. I wouldn't say they beat us by shooting the ball from the outside. I don't remember how many layups they had. I think 18 layups or something like that. You're not going to win that way. So we just gotta tighten up defensively for sure. And we've done it. We just got to do it more consistently.
You pay attention to the bracketology. I mean, right now, you guys are the first four in. Oklahoma's the first four out. I mean, it's going to kind of teeter that way all year. How much do you pay attention to it?
I actually sent that to the team. Might have been yesterday or the day before. Yeah, I pay attention to that a lot. I've paid attention to it since I was, 10. You know what I mean? So I was making a bracket, but I had a chance to get in it my sophomore year, and then COVID took it away. So I'm trying to get back into it now. I think we will. We just take care of business at home, and we'll be in for sure. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to win them all to be safely in.
But obviously, you bringing it up, you know that the game tomorrow has big implications.
Yeah, I told them the winner basically, not the winner, but if OU wins, they trade places with us, and if we win, we probably move up, maybe to whatever it is, first four buys I think it is, or last four buys I think it is. So yeah, it's important. All these games are important, man. Especially these two coming up. We're at home, playing two good teams. Hopefully we can get these two and try to get some momentum before where we go next. Texas. Back to Texas. Hopefully it's not snowing down there again.
Hugs talk to you about bracketology. He said he sort of keeps that carrot out in front at times.
I don't think I've ever heard bracketology come out of Hugs' mouth. He always talks about seeding and win totals get you this seed. We were talking about it yesterday actually. Trying to calculate how many wins we need to get a certain seed, or just to be safely in the tournament. Blah blah. But it's definitely on his mind for sure. It's on everybody's mind.
Well, on your board, you have a conference standing, right? You don't put the net on there, do you? What all information you have when you guys are downstairs?
In the locker room, we have the little board in the locker room. That's conference record. But then wherever we're doing film or meeting for the day, on the whiteboard they'll have all the standings. So we'll have our record, our wins, our losses, our quad 1, 2, 3, 4 games, our net, sometimes our Ken Palm. So I mean we're up to speed on it.
Yeah, totally out of it, not to be aware of what's going on with all the information.
Yeah, if you don't know what's going on, you're just not paying attention, or not even trying to look at what's going on.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You said you guys were trying to calculate number. What did you guys come up with?
In my opinion,
Yeah, sure.
I'd say 18 is for sure safe, especially with this league and our record. Not our record, our strength of schedule and our teams that we've beaten, teams that we've lost to. I love to have it to be 17, because then we have one chance at it in Kansas City. And you're playing those conference tournaments, man. It's a different feeling come March, so you can get on a roll quickly. I'd say 18 is the number safely. 19 probably get us 8 seed probably. 20 would give us a 6 seed, 6 or better, which is doable, man, for sure. We got 9 games left, something like that. I think five at the house, and then 4 on the road. That none of them are going to be easy. We got Baylor, Texas, Kansas, Iowa State. So yeah, we're gonna have to come and play for those road games as well as these home games coming up. But I like our odds, man. I like this team. I know what we're capable of. Just got to have the guys who are playing all playing well at the same time.
I'm sorry. Your freshman year at Wichita, did you guys make NCAAs?
We made the Final Four of the NIT,
Okay, so
but we won. I think we won 14 of our last 15. So I know what it feels like to win in March a little bit.
Okay.
And sophomore year, we were 23-8.
and then COVID.
We were going to be a 10 seed. They said. Then we were in Dallas and COVID.
And then obviously you went to Washington, and you guys didn't.
No.
Okay. So,
No. You don't get in the tournament winning 5 games.
Right. So you haven't played in. So you haven't played in an NCAA. Okay.
No.
All right.
So I'll be crushed if I don't get in it.
Probably the best person to ask this. You played the Pac-12.
Yeah.
You played in the SEC. You played the Big 12, AAC, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've been through that grind. What has it been like in the Big 12 compared to those?
Oh no, this is different. This is completely different. In all those leagues you named, you have a couple off nights. With no disrespect, man. Like programs, we played Georgia and Vanderbilt. Like, you could play bad to win those games. I was the team that you could play bad against in the Pac-12. So, it's different in this league, though, man. There's no nights off. You're playing against pros every night. You're playing against guys who know how to play. You're playing against coaches who know how to coach. It's the Big 12, man. It's I wouldn't say it's the NBA, but it almost feels like it, man. There's no off nights. Like I said, against TCU we came out flat and we somewhat recovered, but you come out flat like that against a team as good as that team, or a team as good as any team in our league, you could end up losing on any given night.
You talk to anybody that covers basketball, and they'll say the top is pretty much similar, okay? The difference between the Big 12 is the middle and the bottom. Those are the teams that really people you can't sleep on.
No, you could put us in the Pac-12 and we'd be top 4, top 3 for sure. You could put us in the SEC, we'd be top 4. You could put us in the American, we'd probably be top 2. Us in Houston, So, you put Texas Tech in the Pac-12, they'll be top 5, top 4. It's just a different level of basketball. I don't think people understand it. I understood it when I wasn't playing in it, just because I was watching it. And I was, when I was at Wichita, we played similar styles to Big 12 teams. We like to deny and get out in pressure and be physical. And then when we finally played West Virginia in Cancun, it was like, okay, this is exactly what I thought it was. You're not gonna get any calls. You're gonna go to the rim. You're gonna get hammered. You better make the shot. It's just physical. It's tough. But I think my favorite part of it is the IQ, the brains of the game. There's a lot of adjustments that are made, and there's a lot of things that us as players have to make adjustments on. On the run with it. During the game. So it's definitely been my favorite league to play in. I love playing SEC just because it's up and down. It's above the rim, so it made me play. Maybe find ways to be more successful because I'm not the best athlete. I can fly a little bit, but the SEC is different when it comes to jumping.
So if like 18 or 19 is sort of like a magic number, you got 5 games left at home. You win those 5, that gets you.
We'll be in for sure.
So it's not a matter of, okay, well, we got to go to Kansas and win, or we got to go to Baylor and win, because that's obviously going to be a tough task, right? Yeah. So, is there like a rallying cry to, hey, let's just win these 5 games?
There's a rallying cry to win the next 9.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We've been on the road plenty of times, and we've been in all the games. So we're not scared of any environment. I'm not.
Right.
I've played in all types of environments. We just got to handle our business at home. Try and handle business on the road. You know what I mean? Because if we steal a road win or 2, it'll bump us up another slot, maybe 2. And so, not going to be easy. We've shown that we like to make it hard on ourselves sometimes by giving away some games. But that's part of it when you got a tough schedule like we do. I think we're the 4th toughest schedule in the country, I think it is. So there's pros and cons to that. You take your licks, but also those licks don't hurt as bad as, like losing when I was in the American, losing to Tulsa or somebody like that. So it's like a double-edged sword.
Erik, after the last game on his radio show, Hugs, as he's wont to do, was not very happy, and he mentioned a lack of leadership and said if the leaders don't do it, we got to find new leaders or something like that. Has he brought that up to the team at all? And what is leadership? I mean,
He hasn't talked about leadership with us. I haven't felt any lack of leadership. I feel like those guys talking. There's always guys, trying to stay positive with it during media timeouts and coaching each other and being coachable. You know what I mean? Guys can get on each other, and we're at the point now where we're not going to let that tear us apart. We're going to okay, like you're right. I'm not doing my job. I gotta come to play. And so I want to. If he sees that, he sees that. I mean, I don't feel a whole lot of that. Just because everybody on this team wants to win and we want to get into March, and we know how special it is. Leadership to me is, doing the things you're supposed to do, even when you're probably not up for it. Like if say the ball's not going in, you still got to defend, you still got to rebound, you still got to get your teammates involved, you still got to be locked in during the media timeouts. That's what coach is saying. And even when the ball's going in, you still got to do all those things. You can't just be a one-dimensional guy. You got to be a two-way guy. And I've been a vocal leader, I feel like, the whole year. I try to back it up with what I do on the court as well. Obviously, I had some ups and downs, but I still try to lead as best I can.
As you know, he's wanting to say some things that even he probably knows he shouldn't say after a loss. I mean, and so I don't know how serious to take that.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, man. Hugs, he's a character. I'll put it that way.